Welcome back. Right, what we're going to do now is explore maximising social value, and we're going to do this with Rachel Richards. She is Operations Manager at People Plus. Rachel, over to you.
Thank you so much, Simon. It's brilliant to be here today, and we're really excited to be here at the Speedy Hire Live Summit today. So I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the S in ESG. So that is the social aspect of the environmental, social and governance process. So what is it? What is social value? It's named many, many things, and it is becoming even more prominent in a conversation, particularly since the Social Value Act in 2012, but then also for some of the changes that we're expecting in the Procurement Act in February coming up. So a couple of the words that you can see on the top of the slide there are some of the different names of social value. So that could be social mobility, CSR, philanthropy, community wealth if you're in Scotland, and well-being of future generations if you are in Wales. So now you know what social value is. How do you do it? And the best way really is to start with your why. So before you define how you go about social value and what it is that you're going to be doing, think about why you are doing what you're doing. Is it because you might have a bid or a contract that you need to ensure that you're delivering social value on? It might be that your business is looking to do profit and purpose, and there are a number of different reasons as to why you might be doing social value, which we'll go on to in a little second. But one of the biggest things that we advocate for at People Plus and we believe in is that addressing social issues in society is the best way for employers to build a business model with the business to attack some of these societal issues. So what is your why? So these are things across the screen at the moment that are some of the reasons as to why people start to look at how they can deliver social value differently and for more return on investment in your business. So that might be due to the Procurement Act in 2023. It might be some contractual obligations that you have in terms of being able to deliver social value. It might be that you're wanting to win new business, retain your current contracts, or look at different bids and tenders in your industry or outside of your industry. It might be that you're looking at talent attraction and particularly retention, or it might be looking at how you can get a tangible business benefit from some of the socially valuable activities that you're doing. The next thing to think about is where do you, as a business and also as a sector, sit on the maturity ladder? So, for example, more mature sectors, such as the construction sector, via the SCAPE framework, are really ahead in their thinking, but they have been doing this for a long time. So it's really looking at, across this ladder that you can see right in there, from foundation level up to transformational, how innovative can you become? Is that your business becoming innovative, or is that your sector maturity? And all of that while still delivering a really tangible business benefit. So who are we? So People Plus has started a partner services division to deliver social value around 7 or 8 years ago, but we've actually been doing what constitutes as social value for about 32 years. In the last 6 years, through one of our most innovative social recruitment framework parts of our business, we've supported over 37,000 people to prepare for and gain good work through our social recruitment framework and counting. At People Plus, we have many different divisions, and we work as a business to ensure that we are very collaborative in the way that we do business. So we don't just look at our competitors as competitors, we actually look at them as partners and how we can essentially make justice for good in the society around us. Our mission is to change lives today and then change society tomorrow. And the way that we're structured helps us do that. So we currently deliver the education in around 23 prisons across the UK. And we're just about, really excitingly, to open our first green and eco prison in North Yorkshire called HMP Millsyke. We also have an employability division which delivers some contracts across the UK and also some community services as well, such as helping with independent living permits and supporting unpaid carers. Our social recruitment framework, what I've just talked about, is part of our partner services division. And from that, we then started to look at how we could support businesses, charities and third sectors to come together and really collaborate with some innovative ideas. And we came up with the Social Recruitment Advocacy Group. And it's really, really brilliant to be in the room at those events, seeing how it started just 3 years ago with about 8 people in the room, and how that has then grown exponentially into around 280 employers, partners and third partner charities who are coming together to really talk about what does social value mean for them, particularly around the people element. What was really great from that group was last year we talked about a movement that we wanted to create, and from the back of that we've launched the Social Recruitment Covenant, of which Speedy are the founding signatures are, and should be really proud of doing so. As part of our group movement as well, we also looked at charter marks, which I'm going to come back to a little later, and tell you how Speedy have really taken that under their wing and are heading straight for ambassador level. And then we're also looking at, when the new Procurement Act comes out in February next year, how we can take that social recruitment advocacy to the next level and look at a regional approach for a lot of the hyper-local obligations that a lot of businesses and combined authorities have. Just on the right-hand side there, you can see a little bit of a timeline as where these milestones have taken place, particularly around when the Social Value Procurement Act came out, and also around our Social Recruitment Advocacy Group, the Covenant that was launched just very recently on the 6th of November in Parliament, and also where we're heading in the next few months. So what you can see on the screen here is just some of the partners, employers and the third sectors that we work with. And I'm going to show you a little video in just a second of why we do this and why the work that we do matters so much.
Before starting work with Tesco, Liam lacked confidence and was struggling to find an understanding employer. The pre-employment training course through People Plus prepared Liam for work at Tesco. His confidence has grown, he is able to do things that make him happy, and working at Tesco has helped turn his life around. This is Liam's story.
He's one of my best workers. He comes in, he grafts, he's loyal, he works in a team. Personality-wise, he clicks within my team, and that's what I saw. Someone that needed just that step, that chance.
Liam, when he first started, was very, very shy, very shy. He wouldn't make a conversation with her. You sort of had to talk to him to make a conversation.
Before this job, I hated people. I didn't like interaction with people. I used to put my head down and get on with the work, because I was miserable when I came in.
We were Liam's work
buddies.
Yeah, and when he came in the store, we showed him what to do, and then he gradually picked it up, and then he started getting a bit more confident in his job. I wouldn't think he was the same person when he started.
I want to sort of achieve something in life. I do my granddad proud, really. I think it's because I got in such a state being like unemployed.
Initially, if he was to come in and sit a normal interview, he wouldn't get the job. If he sat the structured Tesco's questions on the scoring, he wouldn't get the job.
A job interview, I think first impressions is key, isn't it? What I'd done, I had like a week or so to prove myself, and you just get more time to show what kind of person you are or the kind of worker you are. But yeah, I just thought it was a better way of doing it, really.
He's a hard worker as well.
He is a hard worker, yes. I think his first day he was in the back room with us, he got an award for his job, and that really made him happy.
That boosted him so
Really
much.
boosted him up, so yeah.
He just needed that help. Tesco's are giving him that help.
Yeah.
He goes out on social nights with the guys now. He classes his colleagues as his friends. We always say that we're a little family.
It's quite a fun place to work, and yeah, it is like you are a part of like something quite big, really. It's made me feel a lot happier. Yeah, I think my granddad will be somewhat proud of me.
It gets me every time, that video, little tears in the eyes. But there are hundreds of thousands of Liams across the UK, and we've helped around 1,030 Liams gain work, and around 70% of them are sustaining their employment. And this is one of the partnerships that we have, not just with Tesco, but with our parent company Staffline as well, and really kind of leans into that importance of that collaborative effort and how we can really think differently about how we recruit people, how we retain them, how we develop them, and ultimately then how that's given back into community and how everyone in community can help and sustain each other. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit now about how. So a bit of a strategy and framework. And at People Plus, we really believe in these 4 pillars here, which is attraction. So what are you doing to attract people within your business? Retention, what are you doing to retain people and keep them in your business? How do you develop them through a career trajectory or just with life skills and soft skills that may just enhance their lives personally? And then how are you looking to develop the communities in which you work with and that you work within? And that can be looking at direct impact, that things that you can impact, but also indirect impact, for example, through procurement or events like this in supply chain. And we're really hot on being able to look at what funded solutions, but also non-funded solutions are available in the domain for you to tap into. And when we look at each of these different pillars and all of the things which fall into that, we look at what you can do on a short-term basis, what you can do in terms of a long-term business, and ultimately, what are your outcomes for making some real lasting legacy in the community. So who can you help? These are some of the demographics that you might face within your workforce, within your families, your friends and your communities around you. And what's really important, and I think we've spoken about it a little bit earlier on, is around intersectionality and not boxing people off in certain areas and looking at, from a really wide organisational perspective, how can you support all of these different types of demographics in their retention, their attraction, their development? How can we help them better in the community? And how can our supply chains support these guys coming through as well? At People Plus, we do a lot of the delivery in terms of the solutions that we use. We've got over 400 social value solutions that we keep in a bank, and we work with employers all the time to develop and look at continuous improvement. And some of the ones that you can see on the screen here are absolutely some of the ones that we use on a very regular basis. But for example, some of the things that you can see in here is inclusivity matrix. So we've talked there a lot about how inclusivity can really be about your development, your attraction, your retention, what you do in your supply chain, very much like Speedy are doing today. But look at that whole journey of who that person is walking through your business, from entering through the door, from looking at your advert, from experiencing an interview, from going through your onboarding processes, from embedding themselves into that business. And then what does that culture and career look like as you move forward through that? And this should help you design some real innovative solutions to support the causes and effects of either people staying in work or leaving work. Now, I talked a little bit about our charter marks earlier, and this is one of the things that we're most proud of at People Plus. But our charter marks are really designed to support employers to understand where they are going to be on their social value journey and really help them build an action plan in terms of what they can do differently to move through our levels. So we have bronze, silver, gold and ambassador, and we are there every step of the way to help you reach that coveted ambassador status. No one has reached it yet, but Speedy are very much coming up behind. And they did just that. So back in summer 2024, they were awarded our prestigious Gold Charter and have begun their journey into ambassadorial status through loads of innovative social recruitment strategies. The ones that really stand out for us are the work that Amelia and Speedy have been doing in modern slavery, working with UK police forces around the country, really supporting their supply chain and looking at how training and development can also help people to understand and recognise some of the modern slavery challenges in today's world. A big, big well done to Speedy, and I'm sure that you will be one of the first ones to get to Ambassador, and we wish you the best of luck in that. So, in summary, can you deliver social value and positively impact your business and society? Absolutely. And it really is about looking at that profit and return, the purpose of which you're doing, and the legacy. If you want to find out more, you can connect with me. I've put all of our details on the screen. But for now, I'm going to hand you back to Simon. Thank you very much.
Rachel, thank you. Thank you so much for such an inspiring session. And as you've been hearing from Rachel, there is just so much we could all do in giving back to our communities.